I've been getting a lot more questions on job costing. So I think the last video I made was a couple of years ago. So I wanted to kind of expand on that and give you a little bit better of an understanding. So what we're going to go over is the items list, and I'm happy to send this to you. You just have to shoot me an email. But you're going to want to import it first. So let's just say you have your template file, right? Let's just say this is the template. You want to go to File, Utilities, Export, and your IFF files. And what you want to do is export your items list. Export this to your desktop, and then of course you can just go on the back end of the new job and go to import and IFF or IF files, excuse me, and that will import your items list. So if you then go into lists and your items list, this is going to, let's take a look at these. So again, this is a lot more in depth than it used to be. So we have I don't know, 130 cost codes. First is our acquisition. Second is our soft costs. Third is horizontal or site development. And then the last is building, which is your vertical costs. And let's just say we'll just open one of these up. All of these are actually the best that they could be in chronological order. And what you'll see also is that I have spacing. So this is the 1010 series, this is the 1020 series, because if we have something that we want to add to it, you need spaces between the numbers in order for them to work so that you can input them. So I would space them out pretty good. If let's just say I send this to you, you want to do as few as possible. Have them active. The more that you have, the more complicated it gets. So let's take a peek inside one of these cost codes, and I'll show you how that works. So let's go. This is a child of 2000 soft costs, and what we're going to do is you'll want to click this button right here when you're setting this up, because we have an expense account. It's actually going to be an asset, but it's WIP, work in progress. And then the income state on the income side, it's going to go to single family income. This will allow you to, instead of having an expense, so let's just say the first invoice comes in. Let's go to, where are we at? Let's go to vendors and then go to pay bills. And these are a bunch of bills that we just imported. So right now you're going to see that we have 9,627.90 of invoices, right? So instead of this going to your income statement, it's actually going to go to your balance sheet. So here's your balance sheet. See, you have WIP right here. This is set up as an asset. And then what you're going to do when the job is complete, you're going to do a journal entry reversing this out. And it should reverse out your WIP. So your $9,627.90 goes down to 0, and then your cost of goods sold is going to be the $9,627.90. Then that will get rid of your asset, and it will become an expense on your income statement. And that's the way that it should be set up. And let's go take a quick look at what this does from a job costing standpoint. And you're going to go to Reports, Job Costing, Estimates versus Actuals, and you're going to choose Blue Mountain because that's the job that we're on. And I like to customize these, and get rid of all this. I don't think they're necessary. And what you'll see here, if you run the report and nothing shows up, the reason is because you haven't put in estimated costs. So let's go into customers, and you're going to create an estimate. And we already created this before this video, but as you can see, this is essentially like your budget, right? So I've already created a budget for this job, and these are all the estimated costs. And then that is your estimated cost. So right now this house is, this is again just an example, but it's projected to be $228,000. Then as your actual costs come in, you're going to book them against this job so that you have actual costs, and then you can see your variance. So you'll see here that we already have like our first bust, and I don't know why, this is probably just a typo, but you have civil engineering costs of 4,300, but your estimate is 0. So you would want to go in here, go into your customers, go back in here. Let's just show you a quick example. And I have no idea why civil engineering is 0. But let's just say we're going to put 5,000 in there. And so now you're updating your budget. Don't add it. And then you're going to refresh, and then there's your 5,000. So let's go look at an invoice real quick, and then this will help explain it a little bit more. We're going to go into enter bills. Actually, excuse me. Let's go to pay vendors, pay bills. Let's open one of these up. So the key here is you're not going to put it to an expense. You're going to put it against the item. Okay, and then so this is for. I'm not really sure what this is for. Hold on a second. I always attach invoices right here. I would highly recommend doing that. So this is for the health department. Okay. So this is correct. My accountant is booking it to sanitary. We always put a description right here so that we're running our job cost report. We can see what it's for. And the key is right here. You'll want to put Blue Mountain or whatever the job is, So then this will automatically tie to your, let's go to your job cost report. And this would be, excuse me, my phone is connected to my computer. This is the sanitary cost. So right here you have your 250, and now you can see in these reports exactly what I was just talking about. It's booked to Blue Mountain, and then as the invoices come in, you could start to see what you actually spent within that cost category. So let's go to another one. This one, this is another suspicious number, but we'll go in here. Okay, so this is a good example. These are all booked to the wrong entry. I don't know why they're going to drawings. These should be going to architectural. Not really sure, but it's simple enough to change. We're going to change that to architecture. What you're going to see here, these are going to shift. When you do a change like this, it's going to automatically delete the job name, so you make sure that you're not doing it incorrectly. And I'm going to highlight this, and let's just move this over. And this is why job costing is critical, because I don't know how this entry got messed up. My accountant almost never makes this mistake, but it's a good example as to why you want job costing, because I can look at these very quickly and either tell you where we've had cost overruns or where things are booked to the wrong entry. So now what you're going to see here, drawings is going to go down to 0. Put this real quick. So your drawings is 0, and where it was supposed to go is up here to architectural. So now you see in architectural, this is what we've actually paid for. So that looks better. And let's just look for another example if we see anything. So I'm looking at actual cost. Surveying is correct. Permit fees looks a little suspicious. I don't remember all of those. And this is why you want to put something in the memo right here. Buying first set of drawings. Okay, let's look at this real quick. Permit fees. So this, I actually want to go to architectural as well. So I bought something. This is prior to setting up the actual job. OCF original. And this is going to go to architecture. architectural. Remember to always choose the correct job. And let's look at this report again. Okay, ICC or SEC registration, and yeah, so both of these are permit fees, so that's good. And this is exactly why we have these reports, because we can identify mistakes. Let's go sanitary. Nope, that's correct. We probably shouldn't have anything else down here because we haven't started construction. So that's how you set up a job costing report, and then it becomes, you can roll these up and you can quickly see what your land acquisition was 25,000, soft costs we're running at 9,000, site development we haven't started besides the design, and we haven't started construction, so there's no vertical costs. And these are just easily expanded out. And let's just say when the job is over, let's just say this job is hypothetically over, right? And you have 9627. So you're going to want to get rid of this entry. So this is hypothetically done. And let's go to customers, excuse me, company. And we're going to go to journal entry. And I forgot the amount now. You're going to get it out of WIP. And you're going to move it to cost of goods sold. I'm just going to save this for a second. Don't know what the number was. Gotta write this down. 96, 27, 90. Just want to look at something on the balance sheet real quick. Actually, we'll just hold that up there for a second. And where were we? We want to go back to company, journal entry. Let's just say it's hypothetically today. Actually, I made a mistake. Cost of goods sold. 9627.90, and you want to put something here. Let's call it zeroing out blue mountain red. I'll call it clearing. It's a poor way to phrase it. Clearing out, and this is going to be WIP, and it is 9627.90, and they're going to save and close that, and then we're going to see on the balance sheet, let's go to the balance sheet, reports, financial, balance sheet, and so there it is. Right now you don't have any sales in the system, so you're reporting negative income on your income statement. So let's go here, check that out real quick. The P&L. So you're showing cost of goods sold, but you haven't reported any income. So when you actually sell it, you're going to report the income, and then you're going to show a profit on your income statement. And then for here, the reason why you're seeing accounts payable is because I haven't paid anybody yet because the project just started. But as the bills are paid over here, then that would be reducing your accounts payable. So let's just go ahead and delete that because this hasn't really happened yet. So we're going to watch what happens. Let's go ahead and delete this journal entry. So that's what you're going to do at the end of the job. And now it goes back to WIP, and it's an asset, and it's off your balance sheet. Excuse me, it's off your income statement. So if I look at your income statement, you've reported no income and no expenses because you're carrying it over here on your balance sheet. So that's how you set up an items list. If you would like, I can send you it. Just shoot me an email and save you a lot of time instead of creating these by hand. And if you don't want to use one of them, what I would recommend is you can just go to make account inactive, and you could hold the number, you can change it, do whatever you want. But by importing these files, it's going to save you a ton of time, And depending if you actually use different QuickBooks files like we do, each project is a different file. We have a master template file that has all of our chart of accounts, it has all of our items, has all the subcontractors. So you just import the whole thing and it quickly will create the file for you. So let me know if you have any questions, and hopefully this clarifies how to do job costing for contractors.